We shall help you, Miss Riley.
What can I do for you, Sir Knight of the Realm?
So, what happened then? I've been in Guarma since Monday. You've been pulled out, have you?
Yeah, well, to say the least, it's been a rough few days. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was getting really wrapped up in the shit, and they asked me to do a lot of things. I wasn't super comfortable doing, but I was doing it. I mean, I will say I feel like quite the actor now. But I got in with some of the toughest guys out there. Have you have you heard of the Quills?
No.
Yeah, there's these like this family of Quills, and I guess the leader is like 60-1 with bank robberies, and he's a crazy son of a bitch. Well, he tells me I can help them out with jobs and start joining their group if I take two weapons from someone, for them. So I feel super ashamed having to admit this, Mr. White, but
Shit.
I went up to two different people, and I had to hold them up and take their
What was
weapons,
it? What was it?
and it didn't feel right, but I did it, and he was impressed with me. So that night he invited me on a bank job, and everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. We were held up in the mountains for 2 hours. He was telling me it's us or them. We're gonna have to start shooting at lawmen.
Oh,
It was
God.
What did
Yeah,
he
it
say?
was a terrifying experience, but the scariest thing was that in the moment, I convinced myself that there was no other way, that I was going to
What
need to
one
do it.
say?
Yeah.
And at the last second, well, we found a little
I mean,
ridge to run
alright.
away. The lawmen saw us, started chasing us on foot. Everyone split up and ran different ways. And I was one of like two that didn't get caught. So they don't know my name, they don't know, but they're out there looking for the people involved in this thing.
Yeah.
And well, I gained their respect, so I have those connections now. But the things I was willing to do and the things I've done, it's been really messing with my head. I felt like a different person as Caleb. Like I was more confident. Like the things I was
No,
saying would
honestly,
surprise me.
Mr.
Yeah.
Riley,
So
never.
Mr.
That's your
King
lucky
basically told
stick.
me I have a choice. I either stay out
I
there
can
really
see it.
long term or I come back and try to settle down. So that's why I came back for now. I wasn't getting the specific
Oh,
information I was
well,
looking for.
Yeah.
So
I
right now I
actually,
have those
truly,
connections should we need
I
them.
can't thank you enough.
And then for now, we'll just
I shall
have
take good care of
Caleb
it,
on a hunting
and
trip until he's needed and I can sort out
be
some of these
sure.
issues in my head.
Yes, of course. Are you going to shave the
Thank you.
moustache while you're back?
I was going to, but there is a little unfinished business, a two-parter really. Part one
Yes.
is that the Quills did say since he got caught and we didn't, he deserves some reparations, so to speak. So he asked me to choose where on my body to let him shoot me. So I chose my arm and he shot me. And
Wait,
then,
why did he shoot? Why, because
Um,
you got away and he didn't.
yeah, he said that, he felt left high and dry by everyone. So everyone who got
well,
away,
how about
he
I
had to
get
take a blood
involved in looking for
sacrifice.
you?
So I was shot at twice while I was out there. I have two bullet wounds in my
Alright.
arm now and
Oh
two cougar
dear.
wounds.
Okay,
And
I shall glide
the other
assist.
thing was I have to do a shine trip for him. So in this box, I have everything I need, but he never hit me back. So if I don't hear back from him, in the next week, maybe it's
Oh,
fine and I can shave. But I'm leaving it just in case I need to
Yeah.
finish this
yeah.
shine run.
$20
Yeah,
instead,
of
yeah?
course. Oh dear. Oh dear. So you shot at you got shot. Cougars robbing banks. Oh God.
Yeah, my
Oh,
shoulders are a fucking
that's
mess, Mister
wonderful.
White. They look
Well,
awful. They're so gory.
Yeah.
And after the
well,
stab wound with Violet, well, that's part two, by the way. The
Wait, what?
crazy,
I got,
not the nice Violet. The bad one who
Lana.
stabbed me when I
Yes, yes,
first got in.
yes. Oh.
Well, she's the other loose end. She
Thank you.
knows who I
Thank
was.
you.
I
Would you like
My
that
last
one,
day
Miss
out there,
Riley?
she came up to me and she said, "If I find out that you speak Russo and you've been lying to me, I'm gonna slit your throat. I'm not just gonna stab
Well,
you next time."
you know what
And I
I
said,
think?
You
At
know, well,
least
I don't know what you're
let me
talking about.
let me give you a hand
And
if you need
she
it.
said, I'm going to give you one more chance. If you don't tell me right now, you're dead.
Here you go.
So maybe it was the drinks, but it felt like in my
You
own
both need one.
safety, I needed to tell her. So I said, fine, what's it matter? Because she doesn't know why. She just thinks it's for a dumb theater thing. So I said, yeah, what's it matter how I method act? Sure, yeah, I am who you think I am. And then she says, if we weren't in town right now, I'd be doing something very violent to you. So next time you're in town, or next time I catch you out of town, expect that to happen.
Well, I
And
thought she
so,
was one of us. I thought she was on our side.
yeah, that's what I thought, but I think she just has it out for me. She just hates me for whatever reason. Everything I say, she just gets so mad, and she's absolutely psycho. She is losing a few nuts and bolts for sure. She's a nutcase.
She part of
Everything I say.
she part of the quills.
No, luckily. So
Okay.
she was in a separate group that she likes to hang out with TJ up at the Irish camp, and she just thinks it's for a theater thing. I think if she knew why I was actually doing it, she would have some real dirt on me that could get me killed if she told the wrong people. So I'm hoping, that I can just handle this. If I catch her out, I let her stab me, I let her do whatever. Mr. King says I should just let her do what she needs to do to smooth things over because, he doesn't want his business interrupted, obviously. And, I'll do what I gotta do. But, the constant looking over my shoulder, the shit that happened, I basically have to be drinking constantly right now, Mr. White. So I will forewarn you that we need to schedule an audition ahead of time so I know not to drink because I just have been, it's been helping me get through a lot of shit.
No, you shouldn't be drinking, our boy. It's not good for you. Even as a coping mechanism, you shouldn't be doing it.
It makes the pain in the shoulders go away, and then because it got infected, but luckily the shoulder pain's gone now. But now, even with that gone, it's just all this shit going through my head. It's like I feel like Caleb sometimes. I feel angrier. I got robbed the other day, like 2 days ago in Saint Denis. I had just woken up. Some Aussie fuck holds a gun to my head while I'm writing a telegram and takes my weapon and shit. And I just snapped. I just said, "You don't know who you're fucking with." I think that was the Caleb coming out, but I chased after him stupidly in the roads, and well, I got my shit back. But
Oh, you got it back. That's good.
yeah,
Hello, you two.
Hello, Miss
hi,
Bennett.
Miss Bennett.
Mr. Russo was just feeling
I was
weird.
catching him up
Oh, yes,
on what's
Oh
happened.
yes, yes. Quite the adventures. Well, but
Yes.
we're all alive.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's the main thing.
we're alive. Yeah, that's all that matters. And as I told him, right now I'm just trying to distance myself from the shit I did out west. And so if you have any work, I'm throwing myself into it. I just need to not think or process anything, and I'll feel good.
He had to ride out of town briefly, but he said he'll come by here when he's ready.
Lovely.
Don't feel obliged to wait on my account, though. You could go and do something more interesting.
Indeed.
I don't really mind. I'm happy for you to be here.
Sorry
I am
interrupt.
going to
Sorry to
go on.
interrupt. I think Mr. Kelly Jackson just walked in, gone to the bath, but I'm not 100% sure.
Dear.
We'll just give him a scare.
School, sorry.
Sorry.
Yes, 100%.
Should we go have a chat?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, sorry. Oh, God, I'm in the way.
You stay here, Miss Bennett, you wouldn't mind.
He's coming.
Get to Tagram Station.
Hello, miss.
Right tip to Lou, alright? This man is involved. Have an Australian one. Alright. They're going for a stroll.
Oh dear. How did he seem?
He seemed all right, a little bit terse. Yeah. I kind of appeared next to him. Jackson asked who I was. King said it's not terribly important. He's not coming with us. So, yeah. And now I'm.
What is he planning to do?
I just talked to him.
Well, they were initially trying to organise a meeting the other day for Jackson to apologise to him, but then he never turned up. Jackson. So.
Violet, Mr. Jackson was responsible for, or partly responsible for the attack on the theatre that you may or may not know about.
Oh. I see.
Oh, you know what would have been wonderful if he was there laying naked in the bath and we all just kicked the fucking door in with guns.
Would have been good.
Hold his head under the water for 20 seconds. The bastard. Oh, sorry.
You see, Miss Bennett, Mr. Jackson also has a history with Sir Dickie here.
Oh?
Yes, I distinctly remember him slipping his gun into my mouth. And I don't mean that in a euphemism kind of way.
I'm terribly sorry that happened. Should he be alone with him? Should I alert the law?
Well, when the one thing you must learn here is do not go to the bloody law.
Well, I said to Violet, if anything kicks off in here, then write a tip. But I think now we should let it play out. Apropos of nothing, I'm going to walk to my horse and grab my rifle.
Let's all go together.
Where's King now then?
Not sure. They went towards the bank.
Fuck's sake.
Well, there's lots of.
Oh no, there they are, look.
Well, let's wait on the street corner like a couple of common whores.
So, when I was walking around by the telegram office, there was those two on the horse. The other Violet, who you say is Violet, who I think you mean. Then they got on their horses and started to travel over that way. There is various other people around, mostly in the saloon, but for the most part, there's nobody else, really.
Was he calling to us?
Martial law's in effect. If you guys can leave town, please, for your own safety.
Sorry,
Oh,
I can't
fucking
hear you,
hell.
What's that?
Didn't hear
What did you say,
said,
sorry?
Yes, we're putting martial law in effect in the town, just for something going on in town. If you guys can leave for your own safety.
Yes, there's two people on my right-hand side by the building there as well, talking.
Gotcha. I'll go let them know.
No, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Let's get to our horses then. It seems...
Well, it seems that whatever's happening, they're not going to kill each other. They seem to have not done it so far.
Yeah, and they won't be able to now, not with all the deputies around.
Did you see where they went?
I didn't know.
Oh dear. They might have gone up to the church. Ah, Mr. King.
How'd you do?
How'd you do?
Hello.
It was a strange conversation. I won't pretend it wasn't. I mean, he doesn't know what he's talking about. At the best of times, he's incoherent. But There's a ceasefire for now, at least. He's not going to attack the theatre for now, and I won't do anything to his people for now. If that situation looks like it might change, we'll have another conversation face to face.
Did he indicate what might change the situation?
Well, it was more if I decide the situation changes rather than him. I told him there was a coin spinning in the air and it hadn't landed yet. I also told him that I have no knowledge of whoever else was having a fight outside. Right, let's just go upstairs so we don't get in the line of fire, perhaps.
Yeah, that's a gun being pointed.
Is Bennett after you? I said that I couldn't promise because I genuinely don't know what else might be happening in reprisal. He seemed to be expecting that. The fact is I can't hurt him at the moment. I more or less said that to him. So the headline is it's a détente, a truce. And it should mean at least that we will have a peaceful drama club. That is assuming that... That's assuming that he can control his friends, which I'm slightly dubious about. But
What's going on?
It's just a bunch.
we should wait till the sound of smashing glass ceases, perhaps, and then maybe return to the city.
Indeed.
I did say, Dickie, that you wouldn't have any further communication with him. You'll come through me for anything, just to avoid distressing you further.
That's fine by me. I don't want to talk to him.
I don't know. Complicated situation. I showed him my face, though. He didn't flinch, so credit to him.
I showed you my face. Please respond.
Well, he did have the decency, or at least the intelligence, to start the conversation by saying, not offering me anything, saying there was nothing he could do to replace it, which was the right way to start, to his credit.
Did he give you an apology?
Of sorts.
I think I understand what's going on.
To sum it all up, it's East versus West. It's the usual. They don't like our way of life. We don't care about their way of life. They always seem to make it our business.
I see. Well, at least there was a step in the right direction, and it came from Mr. King himself. It could have been a lot worse, and considering...
Yes, that's true. That's true.
I just hope that he, just stays on the path and doesn't, well,
I don't know if it's too much. I was going for theatre colours, you see, sort of gold and crimson. I don't know. Is it too much?
no.
Wonderful. Very
Okay.
wonderful.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Okay.
I like the eye patch.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I thought I'd go big or go home, as they say.
Well, rather dashing, I'd say.
Thank you. Oh, well, I'll wait to see what Miss Messenger says. She's the arbiter of my fashion, it appears. With the barbers, if we might.
Yes, of course.
Indeed.
And then I might need to go to the stable then. Too much? Too much hair?
I can't really see, honestly, because the light. Oh. Looks good.
I'm sure.
Yeah. You know, you look a bit Western.
Oh God. Is that a good thing?
Well, yeah.
The hat is a question. That just gave me crazy.
Well, okay, it was my first attempt. I'll revisit and adjust as I do.
You look great.
Yeah, looks good.